Welcome to the Chatting with Coach Core podcast. On the podcast, Coach Core talks to special guests about all things lifestyle, health, and fitness. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
Okay, welcome back. It has been a long time. I haven't done a podcast since COVID, I think it was now. The last Chatting with Coach Core, so it's been quite a while. So I just wanted to do some short podcasts. I'll start again. Some short podcasts, just discussing supplements, training, stuff like that, and just little tips and tricks and stuff that I think we can sort of all throw in. So today's episode, I just wanted to quickly discuss supplements and more specifically creatine as a supplement, and just why people should take it, and benefits and stuff like that. So firstly, supplements. I just wanted to go over the definition of supplement. So the definition of supplement, when you look into it, it's a thing added to something else in order to complete or enhance it. Now I'm going to say that again. A thing added to something else in order to complete or enhance it. And the reason I've repeated that is because a lot of people think supplements, you can take a supplement instead of having the food or something like that. So, people, or have a protein shake instead of having some chicken and stuff like that, or meat, or a vegetarian alternative if you're vegetarian, vegan, or what. But people are very quick to a multivitamin as an example. Now, I take a multivitamin, but that doesn't mean I don't eat my fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Whereas you'll speak to some people and I don't eat fruits and vegetables, but I'll have a multivitamin instead. And it's a case of a multivitamin should be there as a supplement to complete or enhance, your daily nutrition and your diet and stuff like that. It shouldn't be a case of you should be having a multivitamin or something instead of the fruits and vegetables. So I just wanted to cover that just quickly. Just like I say, I find that people often will take a supplement and go Holland and Barrett's or somewhere like that to buy their vitamins, minerals, whatever supplements they're taking, as an excuse to then not have a good healthy diet. I don't know. I can't even give you good enough examples. But just spending all day eating absolutely terrible food that we know isn't serving any purpose, but thinking that's okay because of their, taking this and that supplement and spending God knows how much money a month on supplements. So I just wanted to cover that before we sort of delved into creatine and stuff like that. So now I've kind of touched on that, let's take a look at creatine. So what is creatine? Creatine is a molecule that is produced in the body from amino acids. Okay, so your body produces creatine anyway from foods that you consume during the day. So some foods like red meats and stuff like that have creatine in it anyway, but the body will also produce creatine itself from the foods and stuff that we eat. Now, creatine stores high-energy phosphate groups in the form of phosphocreatine. Now, these groups are then used to regenerate ADP, which stands for adenosine diphosphate, into ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. Okay. Now, adenosine triphosphate is used when performing anaerobic exercise. Now, that's exercise when you're not using oxygen, so anaerobic. So high intensity exercises, short duration stuff, such as like sprinting, so like Usain Bolt, that kind of stuff, sprinting like that. Weight training in the gym, typically anything sort of under 60 to 90 seconds. So for the majority, that's most people sort of hitting anywhere sort of between 15 reps and under. You probably look at you're doing less than 90 seconds amount of work. So you're using ATP, so adenosine triphosphate, which is using creatine as an energy system. Okay, now creatine has been shown to improve strength, power, your power output and stuff during resistance training. So while doing exercises such as your weights and stuff like that, and again, obviously, your sprinting. Now, in terms of the creatine, there's a hell of a lot of creatine out there on the market. You can get, you type in creatine on any supplement company website and stuff, and there's typically 3 or 4 different versions you can get, and then you can also get your powdered form or your tablet form or something like that. Now, personally, I think powder form is better. That's my opinion, and that's only because of normally a tablet would be 1 gram of creatine per tablet, and dosing wise you're going to need to take a couple of tablets. So powder, you can just scoop it in, whack it in your squash, your juice, your protein shake, your water, whatever it is you're having, and drink it over the course of sort of the next hour or something, and your job done. Now, creatine monohydrate is very, very cheap in comparison to some of the others, and in my opinion, it's the best, and it's been shown to be just as effective as any other form of creatine. So, if you're looking to buy a type of creatine, just get your creatine monohydrate. Recently, I bought a tub, 500 grams, £13. Now, dosing of creatine, you're looking anywhere between 3 to 5 grams a day. Now, that's all going to depend on your individual body weight and stuff like that. But as an example for myself, I'm around 100 kilos at the moment, and I would be taking sort of 4 to 5 grams per day. Okay, so in terms of like a 500 gram tub, that's going to last me a hell of a long time. So £13, it's a very good investment. It's something that you would take every single day. Now, when you read the back of some of these companies and stuff like that, they'll give you the option to do a loading phase where you would take a higher amount each day for the course of 5 days, and then you would go on a maintenance dose. Now, in my opinion, again, don't worry about the loading phase. Just take sort of 3 to 5 grams a day, again, depending on body weight, and you would just do that indefinitely. And the reason is you're wanting to saturate your muscle cells, and that can take anywhere sort of up to a month maybe, which is why you want to be consistent with your supplementation of creatine. It's not something like, some of these supplements, as an example, I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about obviously caffeine being an acute supplement, that you have some kind of energy, a coffee, a caffeinated beverage or something like that, and within sort of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're feeling the effects of the caffeine, you're wide awake, you're buzzing and stuff like that. Creatine isn't something like that. Creatine you need to take for a duration of time, saturate the muscle cells, and then over a period of, perhaps a month, you might start to see then the benefits. You may not even see the benefits or feel the benefits, but they will. They're going to be there. They're going to be happening, but it's not something that you're going to immediately notice. And in terms of creatine and the benefits of that, as an example of the kind of benefits you might feel, just give you a bit more energy to perhaps or strength output or something like that to perhaps do 1 or 2 more reps of a weight that you wouldn't normally be able to do. It's just giving you that little bit extra. I always try and sort of simplify the use of creatine as almost a jerry can for your car. So if you imagine, your petrol tank in your car, you're almost carrying a jerry can in the boot. It's that little bit of extra energy, just for you to do that little bit more. So your petrol tank in your car gives you the ability to drive 100 miles, but that jerry can gives you the ability to drive another 20. So if you imagine creatine like that, and I'm really simplifying it down here, but if you imagined, without taking creatine, you can do 10 reps. With your creatine, you could do 12 reps, as just an example. So that's just a very short, brief touch on creatine. My opinion is 100% take it. It is a very, very heavily researched supplement, and it is full of benefits and next to no negatives. There are some side effects to creatine, and that's normally if you're taking it wrong. So stuff like, if you're taking too high a dose and not drinking enough water and stuff, the side effects can be stuff like, feeling a little bit sick or some stomach cramps. They're your side effects. It's nothing terrible, but it's a case of can easily be dealt with just by drinking enough water and staying hydrated. And that's it, really. That's all I wanted to touch on, just as a first episode back. Just a very quick, short introduction, to supplements and creatine. And then we'll do some more episodes as we go on, touching on various other supplements. If there are supplements you want me to include or touch on, delve into, go into more research, whether it be pre-workouts, proteins, or anything else, drop me a DM on Instagram, send me an email, and we'll have a little look into those supplements for you. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.